Gun charges have been laid against a suspect involved in an apparent assassination attempt against Donald Trump over the weekend. Brian Abel joins us from Florida with new details that we're learning today. Brian.
Hey, Melissa. Yeah, affidavit filed in court today shows that an FBI agent says cell phone data of the suspect showed that he may have been in this area for upwards of 12 hours before that confrontation with the Secret Service. That is just one piece of evidence that investigators are looking at to determine some big questions, including did he truly know that the former president would be here when he was, and did he act alone?
His facial affect was so flat.
Keep walking!
His demeanor was relaxed.
The sheriff of Florida's Martin County describing the moment Ryan Wesley Routh was taken into custody Sunday for what investigators believe was an apparent assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump at his West Palm Beach golf course.
It looked like somebody that just left a church picnic and was on his way home.
Instead, Routh was on his way to jail, and Monday morning he was officially charged with 2 federal counts, including possession of a firearm while a convicted felon and for having a weapon with an obliterated serial number. Court observers say Routh indicated to the judge that he couldn't afford his own attorney. His public defender declined to comment. Prosecutors want Routh, who owns a small construction business in Hawaii, detained until trial, calling him a flight risk. That hearing is set for next week. Public records show Routh has been involved in a number of court cases since the 1990s. On social media, Routh is an outspoken Trump critic and a fervent supporter of Ukraine, even traveling to Kyiv in 2022.
How did this man, who already had some convictions for barricading himself with a weapon, have access to weapons of war that I was trained on when I was in the military?
Is this guy part of a conspiracy? Is he a lone gunman? If he's part of a conspiracy, then this whole thing really takes on a very ominous tone.
And we will see Routh in court next for a detention hearing. That is on September 23rd. Then he will be arraigned on September 30th, and he will remain in jail that entire time. Melissa?
And Brian, prosecutors say it could be difficult to charge the suspects with a crime against Trump specifically. Why is that?
Well, according to some experts that we talked to, it's because of that distance between the suspect and the former President Trump. With that distance being about 300 to 500 yards, it may be difficult to prove that he was aiming at the former president. So that is why he is being charged, will likely be charged, and this is where this investigation will really go, is him pointing the weapon at the Secret Service agent that fired at him instead. That is much more easily provable in court.
Can you tell us more about his previous arrests?
Yeah, we do know that there was some of the items found, the SKS-style rifle with a scope and that obliterated serial number. Those are issues because of the previous arrests, but those were also unsealed in court documents. And we are learning that that weapon that is similar to an AK-47, that wasn't the only thing that he had. He also had with him ceramic tiles. Those are for bullet-resistant vests. And he had a scope with him as well. And then he had 2 bags also. So those are all big pieces of the investigation. Melissa?
Okay, that's Brian Abel reporting for us in Florida. Thank you, Brian.